to Mariah by the Books. I just got done with a fabulous book, and so I was feeling inspired to just kind of sit down and talk to you guys about why I think it's so important to read a wide variety of books. So if you're new to the channel, if you're interested in book-related content, librarian-related content, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And let's get into it. So the book that I just finished was recommended to me a while ago by a friend, and I actually hadn't had a chance to read it for a minute. It's been about a year, I think. It's called The Trials of Morrigan. It's the first book of the Nevermore series by Jessica Townsend. Like I said, I just finished this. And it was such a fun book. This is a kid's novel, probably like a middle grade J fiction kind of book. And it's really fun. It's kind of steampunky. It's got some fantastical elements to it as well. So for people who liked Harry Potter, School for Good and Evil, I'd say it's kind of in that realm. And I really quite enjoyed it. It had great characters. It had interesting people. It had, you know, a storyline that I felt was unique. And it really did a good job of making me interested in reading the next book. So I'm excited to dive into the sequel, which is called The Calling of Morrigan. But I read another kid's book recently that I really enjoyed as well. The Witch Boy by Molly Knox Ostertag. So this one is a really good one. It's a graphic novel with a really good message about why having strict gender roles is bad, you know, why you should do the things that you love and that you're good at, regardless of whether, you know, society kind of tells you that you can or should do those things. So between these two books, I've been having a field day with books that I'm apparently way too old for. So I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about that. So I know a lot of people feel like, you know, once you hit a certain point that you're too old for certain kinds of books, right? So I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, I'm in my 20s, I'm in my early 30s, I'm too old for YA. Whatever the case may be, I'm just too old for these books. And I mean, I get it. The stories are different, the characters are different. I mean, the protagonist of this one is 10 years old. But at the same time, I think there's real value in stepping back from taking ourselves so seriously, from having to read serious books about serious things happening to people that look like ourselves. I think, you know, we can stand to learn a lot from kids. I think we can stand to learn a lot from these characters in these books that are written really well. And I think it's just like anything else. There's bad adult books, there's bad kids books, but if we step outside of what we think we're supposed to read and read the things that really interest us, I think we'll find a whole world out there of things that are really wonderful. So I know for me, I love books, and I have a hard time saying like what kind of books I like to read. I tend to read a lot of YA fantasy, I mean in general, but I also, as you've seen from my channel so far, I read nonfiction, I read cozy mysteries, I read just whatever happens to appeal to me at the time. Sometimes I pull a book off the shelves because I like the cover. You know, I'll read romances, I read all sorts of things. And I read kids' books. Sometimes I even read picture books, and they're just fun. It's something that for me is enjoyable. It's a break. Every book doesn't have to be, you know, Jane Eyre. Although there's nothing wrong with those books either, but sometimes it's nice to take a break, read something a little bit lighter, get out of my head a little bit. And so, you know, if it's been a while or you've been thinking, oh, I'm too old for whatever, but you're interested in the story, pick up that book and give it a shot and see what you think, because you really never know what you might find. There are so many wonderful series out there, and I know for me, a lot of the books that still speak to me the most are books that I read when I was 10, 11, 12, or books that I would have liked when I was 10, 11, 12, but maybe are targeted towards adults. So Gossamer Mage is one of those. I think a lot about the Tamara Pierce, the Tortall series. I love those books, even still. Harry Potter, I still love. So I think it's important to realize that those books would have spoken to us as kids for a reason. And so there's nothing to say that you can't enjoy those things now. And I don't think you should let, you know, the spine label that says J on there stop you from enjoying a really good book. So for me personally, I would really recommend this one. I'm really excited to dig into the sequel. Obviously, I have no idea how it is. I haven't read it yet. And this book, too, is a really good one. You know, I think it's meant to be kind of a metaphor for someone struggling with gender identity or things like that, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be, like I said, someone struggling with some rigid gender roles, or someone struggling with feeling like they don't belong, or that they're not good at anything. This is just a really good book with a really good message, and I know it just made me feel good this week. So yeah, I'm almost 27. Yes, I know I'm probably too old for these books, but you know what? I don't care, and neither should you. So I hope that's helpful. If there's any kids books that you like, that you've enjoyed, or that you think I would like to read, please go ahead and leave those in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And I am trying to upload videos at least 3 times a week. So keep an eye out. Ring the bell if you'd like notifications of when I post new content. And I will see you in the next one. This has been Mariah by the Books. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.